This is one of the most successful Formula One cars in history, the legendary McLaren MP44. In 1988, it claimed all but one pole position, won 15 of the 16 races, and took Ayrton Senna to the first of 3 world championships. It was, quite simply, an incredible machine. This is Neil Trundle, Senna's chief mechanic back in 1988.
The very first test at Imola, we knew the car was something special. We often say when they're quick out the box, they stay quick all year, and that was the case with this car. It was dominant.
Today, just getting the car and taking a look at the dials and how small everything is, how different it is to the modern cars that I'm used to driving, it just gives you a nice perspective of how much motor racing has moved on.
Ayrton wanted to drive for us. He wanted a championship, and he thought McLarens could give him a better shot than Lotus. He was good at Lotus. He won some races.
Back then, for sure, things were very different, and I think they were probably a bit more crazy than we are nowadays.
Ayrton was lovely. There were guys within the company, mechanics. They embraced Ayrton. They knew his record, and they thought, I think we all thought this is going to be interesting. As a one-lap out-and-out qualifier, I don't think there's ever been anyone quite like Ayrton.
I think most of my racing memories are from him, winning the championship on this car in Japan. I was watching it with my family. We were all together in the farm, just following everything.
Ayrton clinched the championship in this car with 1 race to go in Japan. He was on pole, and come the start of the race, it was a little bit damp, as I recall. Anyway, Ayrton stalled on the line.
It makes me remember how much stress my grandparents felt during the whole thing.
About 15 cars go past him, and he bump started it, and then he started to catch up. And you could see how it was going to pan out.
And the fact that Ayrton was so committed every time he got in the car, not only for qualifying but in races as well, showed just how much he loved it and how much commitment he had with his confidence and his talent.
I just knew that he was going to do it. The guys on Ayrton's car were jumping up and down. Elaine's guys were disappointed, but we worked as a team and we celebrated after as a team. I remember that evening, we all went out to eat with Ayrton, and we went to one of these Japanese fun fairs after, and Ayrton and Berger and a few of us mechanics till about 2 in the morning, very drunk, and he was just one of us, He could have gone off with all the sponsors, and he didn't. Taking the MP44, the Senna car from '88, taking it to Sydney for the Top Gear event is going to be a magic event, I think.
I was amazed by the amount of support Ayrton had in Australia. Now, over 20 years later, people are still paying tribute to him, celebrating his career, his life, and it's very special that Australians are that fond of him. It's something that you always feel warm inside, because it shows that people really still love him.
So there you have it, the McLaren MP44, a truly incredible racing car, the likes of which we may never see again. But don't despair, because if you join us at the Top Gear Festival, Sydney, on the 8th and 9th of March 2014, you can see this very car. And if you have the slightest whiff of petrol in your veins, that's something you're going to want to see.